Choose one, pause everything and listen. The holy countdown has already started. 3, 2, 1. You are on the verge of a historic breakthrough, a heavenly intervention so strong that it will leave every opponent who ever questioned you astonished and drowning in sorrow. The cosmos, on direct orders from the Almighty, has securely secured your destiny, methodically filling a convoy with every blessing, payment, and ounce of glory owing to you. Right now, as you read these words, the financial floodgates that have been locked for so long are creaking under the strain, ready to burst wide open and release a river of plenty into your life. Those individuals and forces who once conspired in the shadows to bring you down are about to become front-row spectators to a jaw-dropping reversal of fortune, a comeback so profound, so divinely orchestrated, that its shockwaves will reverberate throughout their lives, dismantling everything they thought they knew about power. This is not a dream. Your new reality is now activated. Your mission is critical. Remain quiet. This information must be kept under strict confidentiality as classified intelligence. What is coming your way is so massive, so life-changing, that even a single word to the wrong ears may elicit unwelcome intervention from envious, parasitic forces with no right to touch your heavenly treasure. You've already noticed a small but definite change in the environment around you, right? It's particularly noticeable when some people, those who formerly had unusual influence over you, try to communicate with you today. Where their words formerly had power, deftly weaving webs of doubt and insecurity into the fabric of your mind, they now stumble, their tongues constrained, unable to put together their worn machinations. Their passive-aggressive jabs, which were formerly sharp and effective, now miss their target entirely, bouncing harmlessly off your reinforced spirit. You've become supernaturally resistant to the same techniques that previously drove you to your knees. None of this is an accident. This is not a coincidence, nor a stroke of good fortune. You are watching cosmic justice unfold in real time. This is the first chapter of a big, heavenly turnaround, a narrative of vindication on a scale the world has never seen. Every weapon devised against you, every whispered curse, envious prayer, ill will, slanderous remark, and planned effort to stymie your progress, has spectacularly and horrifically failed. Each assault has returned to its sender, not just with interest, but with an intensified power that is now tearing apart their own lives from the inside out. The hidden rituals, the muttered hexes designed to confuse your head, drain your vitality, or sap your power, have been transformed by divine alchemy. They have erected an impregnable, diamond-hard wall of light around you, a spiritual fortress that gets stronger and brighter with each unsuccessful attack. Among those who conspired against you, there is now a distinct sense of terror. They assemble in quiet, worried tones as they discover something very devastating. You were never expected to heal totally. Their presumptuous calculations left no space for God's strength. No one, least of all them, anticipated you to emerge from the ashes of their sabotage not just healed, but stronger, wiser, and immensely more powerful than before. Individuals who formerly commanded every room by intimidation, charm, and subtle manipulation are suddenly completely mute in your presence. Their influence has been shattered, their dark charm has faded, and their old might has fled into thin air. Deep below, where they can't lie to themselves, they perceive the dreadful truth. Your change, your connection to the divine, has single-handedly brought down the flimsy empire they created on your anguish and sorrow. What they sadly failed to understand is that your soul has a light that cannot be dimmed, stolen, or extinguished. It doesn't matter how much darkness comes your way. Your spirit contains an unbreakable, primal fire, God's very breath. It's a fire that refuses to go out even when pressed and crushed. Instead, it bursts into a roaring flame, a blinding blaze that shines an unmistakable light on everything and everyone around you, revealing all that lies in the dark. This is the precise energy that has always pulled people to you, prompting some to adore you while others, those with darkness in their souls, covertly plan your doom. You possess a brightness, an anointing that either inspires others to reach their full potential or awakens their deepest, most poisonous doubts about their own unspoken darkness. The countdown I mentioned is not a random warning or meaningless metaphor. It is the universe's master clock, set by God's hand, ticking slowly and irreversibly toward the exact, assigned time when everything you have suffered, learned, and prepared for will finally burst into gorgeous, palpable reality. Somewhere on this earth, right now, there is a person intended to cross your path and transform your life in unmistakable ways. This isn't wishful thinking. These are not hazy dreams. We're talking about genuine, practical, quantifiable changes that will make your present situation seem like a rough draft of your true, epic tale. This individual has a key that will allow you to experience levels of abundance, love, and purpose that are now beyond your wildest dreams. And, very soon, your lives will connect with an eerie, almost mathematical accuracy that leaves no question about the heavenly orchestration. The financial breakthrough that is on its way to you is much more than just a deposit in your bank account. It is the embodiment of freedom. Liberation is manifesting itself physically in your reality. Whether this monumental blessing comes to you in the form of an unexpected inheritance, a revolutionary business opportunity, a massive legal settlement in your favor, or an explosive return on a long-awaited investment, the universe, under divine command, is finally compensating you for every tear, betrayal, and injustice you have endured with grace. For the time being, you must continue to protect this information with the same vigilance as a national secret. The observers, the silent antagonists, are more present and involved in your life than you think. They lurk, often from inside your own family or close group of acquaintances. They wait silently, looking for any sign of your advancement, any indication of an upcoming breakthrough, anxious to undercut or lay claim to what is legitimately and entirely yours. Be prepared. When your wealth changes abruptly, family members who were previously supportive may exhibit the ugly face of jealousy. So-called friends who were perfectly content to watch you suffer may suddenly criticize your character or attitude when you achieve obvious success. This is the ultimate test, the divine separation of wheat from chaff. Unfortunately, many of those around you will fail this test, not because you are losing them, but because you are finally releasing yourself from the parasitic energy drainers who preferred you weak, reliant, and controllable. This is what true liberty looks like. Meanwhile, while this heavenly sorting occurs, the person who will be your spouse in this magnificent new period has already begun to seek you out. They may not even be aware of what or who they are looking for, but they sense an unbreakable pull, a profound soul-level understanding that their path is incomplete without the particular frequency of your energy. They bring their overwhelming might, wealth, and divine purpose to the table. When your paths intersect, it will not be a rescue tale. There will be no rescuer or victim. There will only be two entire, strong, accomplished souls who recognize their divine equal, their mirror image, and decide to work together to create something really amazing and world-changing. Your relationship will begin with the utmost professionalism and mutual respect, as well as a shared appreciation for the tremendous importance of what you are about to create together. You will both refuse to jump into tangled emotions because you both intuitively understand that what is at stake is much too essential for anything less than utter clarity and purpose. The magnetic connection between you and your ideal companion will be unmistakable, and the chemistry will be so strong that it could power a city. However, the deep insight that both of you have gained from your own hard-fought fights will keep you grounded. Before anything else, you will be focused on creating a solid foundation of trust, respect, and a common goal. This great constraint is not a lack of desire. Rather, it is the mature, sovereign realization that true, enduring love, a kingdom love, requires genuine, conscious preparation. Behind closed doors, the dominating character from your past, who previously had such power over your life, is working overtime. They are scurrying, feeling their influence dwindle like sand between their fingers. They are urgently attempting to learn more about this burgeoning new reality in your life. They call old connections, ask apparently innocent questions, and use every worn-out technique in their playbook to figure out who this new person is and what threat they could represent to their declining, miserable power. But every effort meets a tremendous wall of heavenly protection. Their supplies have dried up. Their deceptive techniques are now rendered ineffective against your increased spirit. And with each passing day, they find themselves further isolated from your world, relegated to the outside darkness of irrelevance. Your previous relationships, particularly the most major and difficult one, were never intended to stay forever. They were karmic lessons, heavenly assignments designed to educate you and clearly demonstrate what you would no longer tolerate. They were a necessary cleansing, removing the heavy baggage and obsolete energy patterns that previously prevented you from ever realizing your genuine divine counterpart. As your elevation becomes more difficult to ignore, someone from your past may seek to reemerge. They will be attracted to your newfound light like a moth to a burning flame, but they will be unable to match your high vibrating energy. This X will time their approach with remarkable accuracy, most usually at a period of your first success, presenting a mask of humility while speaking eloquently about their own personal development. They will behave as if they have finally recognized your value. However, behind their polished words, your finely tuned soul will detect the same old entitlement, the same arrogant assumption that you somehow owe them your heart, no matter how carelessly they have abused it in the past. The controlling person may even mistakenly urge for this reunion, thinking that reuniting you with someone they know how to manage is their last, desperate attempt to derail your spectacular ascension. What they all fail to see is that your standards have risen to unprecedented heights. Moving backward is not just unimaginable, it is physically and spiritually terrible for you. The emergence of this former energy serves a divine purpose. It is your last discernment test. When someone who ignored and mistreated you throughout your struggles suddenly wants to claim you as you rise, you will sense a significant difference between those who value your potential and those who merely want to celebrate your successes. The machinations that previously obscured your judgment will now be crystal evident, as if enlightened by a spotlight. Your calm, detached, and strong answer will be the ultimate demonstration of how fully you have returned your control. A little stop, God Connection family. If this heavenly message resonates with you and you feel compelled to support this holy work, we urge you to plant a seed in our ministry. Consider supporting us with a $10 payment using the Super Thanks button below this video. Your sponsorship is what keeps this channel alive with truth, light, and divine clarity for chosen ones across the world. And if you're experiencing this prophetic message, leave the number 88 in the comments to show that you're a part of this amazing path of plenty and vindication. Now, let us proceed. The creative endeavors you've been drawn to are more than simply hobbies or diversions. They serve as hallowed gates to your ultimate mission. Every time you dance, write, paint, or sing from that genuine, soul-led place, you create a direct, high-speed route to higher direction, tapping into a world of pure creativity that your opponents cannot even approach, much alone influence. That is exactly why you have been spiritually encouraged to cultivate and develop these abilities. When your destined partnership finally comes together, these exact creative skills will serve as the firm basis for a common goal that extends far beyond your own life, a mission that will touch, heal, and inspire more people than you could ever imagine. Your business instincts are rising alongside your creative abilities, resulting in a unique and very powerful combination of visionary creativity and smart execution that the world is urgently seeking right now. The relationship that awaits you is more than a marriage of hearts or brains. It is a heavenly cooperation that will need the complete activation of both your imaginative artist and strategic business sides. And you're going into both positions with confidence and authority. The person who joins you on your path brings their own exceptional qualities to the table, but only your unique viewpoint, your distinct anointing, can open the hidden possibilities that neither of you could access alone. Together, you have the potential to create something extraordinary, a business, an empire that not only generates long-term, generational riches, but also actively raises the common awareness. It will be a seamless, magnificent union of spiritual purpose and material success. As this commercial partnership matures and grows into something even more significant, the domineering person from your past will have a desperate breakdown. They believe their time is over, that their influence is fading away forever, and that their responses will grow more unpredictable and frantic. They will begin phoning family members, feverishly attempting to influence attitudes against you, dropping subtle but scathing suggestions about your alleged instability in a last-ditch effort to sow doubt about your judgment and the wisdom of your decisions. Yet, it is too late. Everyone around you can now witness your amazing, sparkling makeover. Their whispered tales have no bearing on the evident proof of your blossoming spirit. Whereas their character assassination operations formerly convinced others, their credibility is now eroded with each unsuccessful attempt to discredit you, revealing nothing but their own desperation and sad lack of control. Meanwhile, the universe has been structuring every legal safeguard for your impending benefits. When your plenty comes, it will be as safe as Fort Knox. Any individual or institution stupid enough to contest your divine right to what is to come will face not only human laws, but also the greater, unassailable justice of the universe, an authority that no earthly court can ever compare. "Speak with my lawyers" is soon to be your new hallmark phrase. Legal paperwork are being produced in locations you've never visited, by people you've never met, all in silent, perfect harmony to ensure your financial independence and secure the empire you and your spouse are destined to create. Every single loophole that may be exploited against you is being closed before you ever know it exists. Time is speeding up for you. What would ordinarily require years of labor is now being completed in months or even weeks, all by divine design. This acceleration is not random. It is the universe's way of speeding you up, since the window for your mission is closing and delaying is no longer an option. Every intuitive push you experience, every moment of remarkable synchronicity, and every unexpected door that swings open before you is heavenly assurance that you are precisely where you are supposed to be. The quiet you are asked to maintain is more than simply concealment. It is a potent type of energy protection. It protects the purity and integrity of what is developing in your life. Announcing your ideas too early invites meddling from individuals who have no place in your new future. Waiting until every element is legally, financially, and spiritually secure ensures that only those who are destined to be with you in your new reality may do so. Your energy field has become a fortress. Only those who vibrate at your higher frequency may enter your orbit today. The habits you've adopted, whether automatic writing, meditation, prayer, or other creative expressions, have resulted in a strong psychological resilience that easily deflects negativity. People who formerly fed off your energy are suddenly strangely blocked off and unable to contact you, whilst those who are on your greatest path are pulled to you by an overwhelming magnetic force. You have gained energetic sovereignty, which serves as a beacon, attracting the perfect partner, opportunities, and resources to you. The domineering figure, who formerly felt entitled to your emotions and inner world, is now restless and bewildered, unable to sense your energy at all. The mental tentacles that used to monitor your every sensation are now worthless, like rubber balls bouncing off a wall of steel. Their failure to influence you drives them to more desperate and dangerous measures. Yet each move they make just tightens the karmic trap they have built for themselves, hastening their own certain demise. They are entangled in a web of their own making, and their frantic efforts only help to cement their doom faster. In a last-ditch effort, they may even try to contact your potential spouse personally, pretending as a concerned family or friend. They will tell you fake stories about your background, personality, or mental health, all of which are carefully crafted to plant seeds of doubt before your relationship can develop. However, The universe has predicted this action as well. Your spouse brings their own highly developed intuitive insight to the table, as well as an unwavering capacity to see through falsehoods and deception. These inept efforts will only serve to reveal the dominating figure's true nature, proving to your partner the very poison you have overcome. Pay careful attention to the indicators in the following weeks and months. Sudden, real income chances seem to fall from the sky. Unexpected legal victory that fully cleanse your reputation. Chance meets with folks who quickly and fully understand your goal. These are not just coincidences. They are loud, unmistakable affirmations from heaven that your time has finally come. The clock is reaching zero, and what is about to happen will far beyond your greatest expectations. Your potential companion is now on their own parallel road of preparation. They are separating themselves from their own family dramas, releasing their own financial baggage, and creating holy space in their lives for the glorious future you are about to create together. They are undergoing their own quick acceleration, passing their own last tests of discernment, and gaining total independence from people in their lives who have never genuinely supported their success. When your paths eventually intersect, you'll know each other right away, not only because of the electrifying chemistry, but because of the echoing energy of someone who has likewise experienced and triumphed over their own fiery purification process. The offspring or creative progeny born from your holy marriage will be endowed with a blueprint for a new kind of success, one that values both monetary wealth and spiritual development. You are not just creating riches, you are also establishing a precedent. You are developing a living, breathing blueprint for how aware, enlightened people may flourish abundantly while never compromising their principles. The legacy you are leaving will inspire countless people to see that plenty and purpose can and must live together. As your relationship strengthens and your shared success becomes evident, anticipate that ex from your past, the one who attempted to re-enter your life as you started to rise, to make one more desperate try. This time, fraudsters may approach with legal papers, falsely claiming ownership of your assets or prospects. However, the strong, multi-layered safeguards that surround you will make their attempts not only futile, but potentially disastrous to their own image and finances. Every single individual who has ever doubted you, every family member who has questioned your decisions, every ex who has underestimated your love, is about to witness an indisputable, full metamorphosis that will upend everything they thought they understood about power, purpose, and loyalty. And the greatest part? By the time people understand what a great gift they've lost in you, you'll be so entrenched in your new world that their thoughts will be as unimportant as yesterday's weather in a faraway, forgotten land. The spiritual protection that now surrounds you extends far beyond just repelling negativity. It actively returns all negative forces to their source, amplified. Every curse cast at you serves as a catalyst for your benefits. Every effort to discredit you just helps you grow. Every untruth said about you just highlights your true strength and unwavering genuineness. Your opponents have unintentionally set the circumstances for your unstoppable rise in their pitiful efforts to bring you down. Your destined spouse will demonstrate their actual worth not via extravagant gestures, but by providing constant, practical support and great knowledge throughout the most difficult final stages of your metamorphosis. When your last foes make their desperate moves and the ultimate tests of your willpower come, you will find this person standing right alongside you, steady, cool, and ready to assist you navigate any storm. That is how you will know for certain that they are the right person. Not because they fill a need inside you, but because they enhance every aspect of you. The empire you co-create will be built on concepts that seem unachievable to people who are still trapped in outmoded, fear-based mindsets. Radical transparency, generous profit sharing, unlimited creative freedom, and integrated spiritual growth will be the cornerstones of your company. These ideals will be the foundation of your amazing success, demonstrating to the world that conscious capitalism is more than just an optimistic dream. It is the unavoidable future. As your influence and riches grow, you will understand that your objective goes well beyond personal benefit. the pattern you create through your own recovery, your willingness to break generational cycles of manipulation, and the epic love narrative you write with your chosen partner will be a shining light of potential for many others. Without ever becoming a formal instructor or guru, your own life will serve as live evidence that a new, better path is not only feasible, but already exists. Educational institutions will one day look at your union as a groundbreaking example of intentional cooperation, demonstrating how two sovereign persons can keep their liberty while creating something incomparably bigger together. It will be a live, breathing monument to the transformative power of spiritual connection and genuine oneness. The traditional paradigm of competition versus collaboration will soon look hopelessly antiquated as more people experience the marvels that occur when genuine spirits combine around a common, higher cause. Graduate students will pore over your tale, attempting to describe in academic terms the spiritual, X-factor aspects that made your brand of success not just feasible, but unavoidable. Meanwhile, the dominating figure's sphere of power continues to disintegrate, relentlessly and spectacularly. Former allies and enablers begin to withdraw themselves, realizing that their own credibility has been tarnished by association. The poison they formerly spread so efficiently via rumor and innuendo has become sour and repulsive, and people are quickly building resistance to their manipulation. The builder of so much upheaval is now entirely isolated, surrounded by the uncertainty and loneliness they previously caused in others. Family gatherings, which were formerly their own stage for theatrics, are now tense and unpleasant, with their presence causing only conflict and anxiety. Behind the scenes, your financial advisors, some of whom you haven't even met yet, are already implementing complex asset management methods to ensure your prosperity for decades. Estate planners create paperwork to guarantee your legacy lasts long after you are gone. Investment portfolios are being developed to support both your own success and the humanitarian initiatives that will naturally arise as a result of your greater awareness. The universe is building the groundwork for unprecedented prosperity and power. The therapeutic path that led you to this point becomes a living example for others to emulate. New support groups will emerge based on the key concepts you embodied, supporting others as they learn to detect and break free from their own generational cycles of control and psychological warfare. Therapists and counselors will refer to your change as conclusive evidence that emancipation from even the most poisonous family dynamics is achievable, no matter how deeply rooted the patterns seem. Entire technological platforms and social networks, previously unimaginable, will be created to support the kind of conscious community you are trying to bring in. Transparent and real communication systems will replace the manipulation-based paradigms that have characterized human interaction for ages. Society's basic underpinnings will begin to alter, changing to fit the increased level of awareness that you and others like you are bringing to our world. Your creative work, whether it's literature, painting, music, or even how you walk through the world, will serve as prophetic artistic transmissions, assisting mankind in transitioning from a world dominated by fear to one directed by love. Critics may first reject your works as too idealistic or too utopian to operate in the real world, only to subsequently recognize them as the first, most crucial messages from a more awakened society. Thank you, Jesus, for your love and provisions. I am thankful for your presence in my life and the richness you provide. If this God Connection video touched you deeply, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with people who need to hear this heavenly message. Leave a comment below about your personal journey and how you're getting ready for your victorious homecoming. If you would want to help, please consider blessing our ministry by clicking the Super Thanks button below. Your support allows us to continuously develop our material in order to provide you with the best possible experience. No present is too tiny. Whether you pray or contribute, your generosity helps spread God's message and gives hope to others. Do not stop here. Watch our next video for amazing insights into the indications that indicate you are the chosen one. We've loved sharing this spiritual journey with you. Thank you for sticking with us until the finish. Keep shining brightly and face your fate with confidence. See you next time. God Connection sends blessings to all lovely people.